Hey folks, and welcome to the first episode of Gift of the Gav. I want to up my YouTube game. I want to start making more videos. I don't feel like I've got the capacity to do any more vlogs, and so I thought, what could I do? And I decided that I was going to create a video series where I basically just talk once a week about either a conversation I've had during the week, something I've learned, something I find interesting, or just something completely random. I'm in Shetland right now. I'm on holiday, living with my parents, and so I thought, what better than the first episode to get my mum on to talk about what it is I actually do, because mum doesn't really know exactly what I do. So let's get mum on now. Mum, how does it feel to be on the show?
It's very awkward.
You say what you think I do.
Well, what do you do, Gavin? Well, as far as I'm aware, that you own your own social media business and you help people promote their businesses through Facebook. How you can prove to them that advertising through social media is successful, how you make a living out of it, all these things are strange to me.
And you say one of the things you don't understand is the language that I use.
The terminology, yes.
Yeah. So that made me think, well, if mum doesn't understand it, then there's obviously other people out there that don't understand it. I think as marketers, we're very bad at using our own language that other marketers get, but other people might not get. So I think the best way to explain it is if I go onto Facebook right now, and I can show you an ad.
But the first question is, I don't go into Facebook an awful lot, and yeah, I don't get a lot of adverts. So if you're helping 20, 30 customers to advertise through Facebook, well, am I not getting their adverts on Facebook? Got you.
So this is an advert here, and you can see that because it says sponsored.
Yes.
So this person...
Well, what does it mean, sponsored?
So this person has paid to get this advert in my newsfeed. Right. When you use Facebook, you give them so much data. They know where you live, how old you are, your job, what you're interested in,
right,
etc, etc. If you go for a credit check and you don't untick the box, they can pass that information on to Facebook, so Facebook knows how much you earn. Okay. So all these things as advertisers we can use to target individuals.
Going back a step, Facebook, the company, or is it Facebook people who work behind the scenes do that, or is it all computer done?
All computer done.
Okay.
Computer done. So that's an ad. So this guy has paid Facebook to target me with that ad.
Right.
Okay? Now his hope is that I click on the ad and then go buy his product down the line.
Right.
And if what I do is I create these ads for businesses and I set up and manage the campaigns for them.
Right.
So that's one strand. The other strand is I help people do it as well through consulting or training and coaching. Now one of the things that you've been asking me about all the time is, how can you prove that?
That advertising benefits.
Yeah, so let's compare it to traditional advertising like TV, radio, newspaper. You put the ad up online or onto that medium, and then it's very hard to prove whether it works or not. Mm-hmm. With Facebook, if we put the ad up, we can see, if I target you with an ad, I can see whether you've seen it, whether you've clicked on it, and whether you've gone and purchased as a result of it.
So every person that you support can click and see how many people have seen the advertisement?
Yeah.
Right. You give all these vlogs of different companies you've been to,
yeah, but
sometimes I have no idea what these companies do, what your aim is, what you achieve. Sometimes the language you use is completely out of my... So I mean, you're very... What's the word? You are appealing to a very niche market.
Okay.
And I think that's wrong.
Okay. You're probably right. You're probably right.
That, you know, yes, you're trying to be a young hip guy, but there are people of all ages and abilities out there who need the same support.
Yeah, you're right. So, key takeaways. I need to change my language to suit the masses.
Yes.
What else? Is that it? Is that the main one from you?
Yeah, and just try and I know you're hip and all the rest of it.
Hip.
But I'm probably a bit old-fashioned, and I like a bit of old-fashioned talk and respect.
Okay. Thanks, madame.
That's been edited.